Hey, y'all stay tuned. We're going to show y'all a video coming up later on this morning after Dr. White gets through telling about I don't look good naked anymore. It's on our Facebook page.
Speak for yourself.
Contrary to popular belief, we're talking about me, not her. Okay? Just want to get that out there. Dan Totten up here this morning.
Dan.
We're talking about this gay thing. You think people are really shocked about that? I mean, you know Roy Moore. You went to college. You went to college with him.
Yes.
What's he gonna do?
Nothing.
He's threatening to.
Well, what's he gonna do?
And what can he do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, I know a lot of people in churches, and even Lindsay Lane, and all churches were talking about it Sunday, and Zach was talking about it again this morning. But there really is nothing you can do about that. It's the law of the land.
When you put, I was reading the opinion yesterday, and the dissent by the Chief Justice indicated that now 5 lawyers had decided who's going to be able to marry who in this country. And you think, well, that's true, but that's the way it's always been. When government decides who's going to marry and who's not going to marry, who's going to pay and who's not going to pay, it's always mankind that's making that decision. People say the institution was ordained by God, and it was, but they don't pay any attention to what God said about it. You're not going to get what God said from the government. You're going to have to get it from God.
Now, I guess the question is, gay people in Limestone County get ready to get divorced. Will you handle their divorce?
Absolutely.
Okay.
A divorce
because a lot
is a
of
divorce.
churches will not marry those people.
Well,
Will that ever be a problem for churches by telling someone no?
well, the First Amendment would tend to indicate that they could make that decision based on freedom of religion, but you know, the First Amendment is something I worry about.
Can a church be sued? I mean, like say they came in and say they want to get married at Lindsay Lane, and the powers that be there, Dusty and all of them, says we won't allow that here because that's not what we as Southern Baptists believe in. Can they sue a church?
Well, I'm thinking, you know, Lindsay Lane might be close enough to I-65 that the government might say it's interfering with interstate commerce not to allow that to happen at Lindsay Lane Baptist Church. And Dusty, I'm kidding, but who knows what the government
One day there will be a
their
lawsuit.
decision to.
So,
When they tied the decision that they made last week to the Equal Protection Clause, that stretches about as far as you can stretch it.
but it's a done deal now, and there's nothing anybody can. And Charles Woodruff and them, I saw in the papers this morning, they've agreed to issue license to everybody.
Now, he is in a position to get sued if he doesn't do what's been
Well, he has to.
That's absolutely.
He has to. So, and Charles has done a good job informing people of that too.
He sure has.
So, Tom, about people getting divorced, I mean, if you don't pay your child support, as the rapper owes $400,000, or other people that we know, people just kind of, why is it men don't come step forward and pay the child support when they can afford it?
Well, I guess they're greedy. I don't
Selfish.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Still your child.
Have no responsibility, no parental responsibility.
How is it some people can avoid? My ex-wife took me to court every time I threatened to whip my kid, and she got in, with crowded as it is and everything. Yet some people can't get in for years over something. Is it because of lack of money, lack of good attorney, or what is their number one thing why they can't get in?
Well, I think you gave two
Good
real
reasons.
good reasons.
Lack of money for an attorney.
And the lack of quality representation. Yeah.
You do child custody?
I do.
All right, so you do just about everything. You got criminal defense, but then divorce. They come in, there's consultation fees for that. Somebody's contemplating divorce today. If you're sitting at home, don't know what to do, you need to get representation. You need to give Dan a call, 232-1287, right there on Jefferson Street. Get an appointment. You come in, you explain to them how it works. I always heard the worst thing you can do is try to represent yourself in anything.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you represent yourself, you got a fool for a client.
That's the old saying, that's the way it goes.
A lot of truth in that.
But you know, the thing about it, if you're going to get divorced, my advice to you, don't drag it out. Get your ego out of the way. See people like Dan.
Take their advice.
Take care of it and get out. Move on.
I'd put it this way, you know, there's one member of the audience today, the only one we have, Pete Lamb. If by perchance Pete was contemplating a divorce, my advice to him would be to have Kathy call me immediately.
Is it true that let's just use Pete as an example, and say
poor
Pete was
Pete. He's never gonna
contemplating
come
divorce.
back.
If he went and talked to 4 or 5 attorneys in town, they couldn't represent her in the divorce?
That's right.
That is true.
Well, why don't everybody do that?
They don't think ahead.
Well, I mean, you know, if he came and talked to me, I'd just ignore having talked to him.
All right,
what
y'all get
happens when you got
divorced,
a buddy.
give Dan a call. A lot of people are that way. Hey, give them a call, get out of it as soon as you
Try to
can, and
work
move
it
on with your
out.
life. That's my advice to you. Dan Totten, right there's the way you get in touch with him. And thank you, Dan, for turning us on to that Joe King thing the other day.
Yeah,
Dan.
wow.
Thanks for the trip down there.
Thank y'all
and back. That
again
was
so
wonderful.
much for doing that.
All right. We'll take a break.
Well.
Dr. White comes up next, and I'm going to share that video with you. I don't look good naked anymore. She does. I don't.
Stop.
Y'all hang on.